In November 2015, the State Board for Community Colleges approved VCCS Policy 3.6.1, which was developed by the VCCS Administrative and Professional Faculty Evaluation Task Force to govern performance evaluation for administrative and professional faculty rank personnel. The new policy becomes effective on July 1, 2016. In addition to developing the policy itself, with the benefit of input from appropriate constituency groups such as COD, ASAC, several administrative and professional faculty peer groups, as well as from individuals throughout the VCCS who provided opinions and suggestions through survey responses, webinars, and town hall meetings held on our campuses, the task force has developed a model plan, a variety of useful forms, and other resources that colleges may use to implement the new policy as it goes into effect. These documents can be accessed via the VCCS website. To review the policy or to access the model plan and other resources, visit the VCCS website and select the Careers option. From the landing page, click the link to the Administrative Faculty Evaluation Task Force. On the Administrative Faculty Evaluation Task Force webpage, scroll down to find the banner headings that organize the resources into groupings designed to make specific documents easy to find. Click on any of these banner headings to see an expanded list of the resources provided in the respective grouping. Under Policy and Supporting Documentation, you will find an executive summary of the policy, the full policy itself, a two-part transition plan that offers guidance to colleges for transitioning from the previously existing evaluation system to the new system, as well as a guidelines document to assist colleges with the development of a local plan for administrative and professional faculty tailored to the culture and professional environment of the institution. Under VCCS Model Plan and Forms, you will find the model plan developed by the task force along with the accompanying forms that were created to facilitate implementation of the various requirements of the model plan. It is expected that some colleges may wish to adopt the model plan in its original form, as presented here, or to adopt a modified version of the model plan, altered to better provide a fit to the college's institutional culture and environment. The next several slides will provide you with an overview of the key provisions of the new policy that was approved by the State Board. In keeping with the full-time teaching faculty evaluation policy, the new policy for administrative and professional faculty prescribes a two-tiered rating system, with evaluations culminating in an overall summary rating of either meets expectations or does not meet expectations. However, in a significant departure from the teaching faculty policy, the administrative and professional faculty policy does not require a rating in each performance domain. Instead, the policy recommends that actionable feedback be provided to the faculty member regarding the faculty member's performance within each domain. Specifically, for each performance domain, the evaluation process should identify areas of notable success, areas in need of improvement, and perhaps areas requiring a change in the faculty member's responsibilities, if appropriate. Also, in keeping with the full-time teaching faculty evaluation policy, the new policy for administrative and professional faculty prescribes a calendar year evaluation cycle for professional faculty who are eligible for multi-year appointment. Typically, this would include certain counselor and librarian positions. In many cases, for such faculty positions, this provision represents a significant change from past practice and will require special attention when transitioning from a fiscal year or an academic year cycle that may have been customary previously. For professional faculty who are not eligible for multi-year appointment, as well as for all administrative faculty, the new policy requires a fiscal year evaluation cycle. The policy requires that each college implement an evaluation system for its administrative and professional faculty that includes three primary components: performance evaluation, the establishment and assessment of annual objectives, and recognition for exemplary performance. While this provision is also consistent with the policy that applies to full-time teaching faculty, the policy language adopted for administrative and professional faculty is considerably less prescriptive than that which applies to teaching faculty. The policy also contains similarities to the teaching faculty policy with regard to frequency of evaluation. For newly hired administrative and professional faculty, the policy provides for 2 evaluations during the first 12 months of employment. Second-year and third-year administrative and professional faculty are to be evaluated on an annual basis. Thereafter, those professional faculty who are working under a multi-year appointment may, at the discretion of the college, be required to participate in a comprehensive evaluation only in the final full calendar year of that multi-year appointment. However, colleges have the prerogative to require that these faculty continue to be evaluated annually. Finally, all professional faculty who are on a 1-year appointment and all administrative faculty must be evaluated annually. The policy also requires a mid-year review each year for all faculty to discuss overall performance and the status of previously established annual objectives. The policy does not prescribe the extent to which this mid-year review is a formal process. However, the model plan includes a form specifically designed for the purpose of documenting the feedback imparted during the mid-year review process. In actual practice, it is likely that supervisors of administrative and professional faculty provide feedback pertaining to job performance to those faculty throughout the year on an ongoing basis. The concept of performance domains is another construct that has been retained from the teaching faculty policy. As you might expect, though, the domains prescribed for administrative and professional faculty differ from those prescribed for teaching faculty. However, activities associated with service and with professional development are considered to be essential, whether one is teaching faculty or administrative and professional faculty. The proposed policy also prescribes a 5th required domain, management effectiveness, for administrative and professional faculty who supervise faculty or classified staff. The policy also requires that each college's administrative and professional faculty evaluation process include the solicitation and analysis of formative feedback. To be effective, evaluation of the faculty member's performance must be informed by feedback gathered from a sampling of individuals supervised by the faculty member, peers, individuals to whom the faculty member provides a service, and individuals with whom the faculty member has professional interactions. This type of feedback must be gathered no less frequently than once every 3 years. The new policy states that the primary purpose of formative feedback collected in this manner is to assist the faculty member in identifying strengths and developing strategies for self-improvement. On the Administrative Faculty Evaluation Task Force webpage, you will find a formative feedback instrument that may be used for this purpose. Also, in the model plan, you will find a list of colleges who are willing to share the formative feedback instrument each is already using, should your college wish to consider any of them for possible adoption. As mentioned earlier, the policy requires that, in addition to expectations associated with performance domains, faculty are expected to establish annual objectives in consultation with their supervisor. These objectives should represent an extension of normal job expectations and may be related to the strategic goals of the organizational unit, the college, or the VCCS, to the professional growth and development of the faculty member, or to the improvement in specific areas of the faculty member's job performance. The policy is silent with regard to annual objectives for newly hired faculty. However, the model plan suggests that the first-year objectives either be pre-established by the supervisor or established in collaboration with the faculty member within 60 days of the commencement of employment. Colleges and perhaps individual supervisors would be free to consider alternative approaches for newly hired faculty with regard to their first-year objectives. The policy requires that colleges develop meaningful strategies to recognize exemplary performance. However, the reward and recognition provision is far less prescriptive for administrative and professional faculty than is the corresponding provision in the teaching faculty policy. Thus, colleges retain more flexibility in determining how to recognize and reward exemplary performance among administrative and professional faculty and how to manage their budgets for doing so. The new policy governing the evaluation of administrative and professional faculty takes effect on July 1, 2016. We recognize that our colleges face a formidable challenge to develop, adopt, and implement a new plan by that date. We recommend that colleges consider one of three options to meet this challenge. Option 1. Your college can adopt and implement the model plan as written for 2016 through 2017. Then, after a year of experience with the model plan, make revisions to the model plan as needed for it to conform to the college culture while retaining compliance with all provisions of the new policy, and implement the revised model plan for the 2017 through 2018 evaluation cycle. Option 2. Implement the model plan for the 2016 through 2017 evaluation cycle, revising its provisions as needed during the first year of implementation, while retaining compliance with all provisions of the new policy. Option 3. Revise your college's existing plan for the evaluation of administrative and professional faculty to achieve compliance with all provisions of the new policy and implement your revised plan for the 2016 through 2017 evaluation cycle. As a reminder, the two-part transition plan provided on the Administrative Faculty Evaluation Task Force webpage offers guidance to colleges as they transition to the new system. Additional assistance and communication in the form of a system-wide webinar and face-to-face training will be made available to colleges later this spring. This concludes the presentation. Thank you for your interest, your attention, and your assistance in helping your college meet the challenges presented by this new policy. Meanwhile, you are invited to submit questions or request further information by contacting the task force at the email address shown here.